Hi everyone, I'm the storyteller and I'm here to help you today. I know you use this video to sleep, so before that, like the video and subscribe to the channel. Where are you from and what time are you watching now? Relax and unwind. I never thought I'd be scared. The house next door, but that was before he moved, and the first time I saw him I was boiling water for the front lawn. The moving truck had just left, leaving a trail of dust and a strong smell of diesel. I watched him walk out of his new house, a tall figure standing out against the evening sky. Gradually, the light, he would come to a standstill. Before he started, he slowly turned towards me. I conveniently held my hand ready to introduce myself, but he didn't put it back. He just watched. Right from across Ross Street I could feel the intensity his eyes made. My skin has been running like I'm being dissected under a microscope. After what feels like a century, he clogs up and goes inside. The door closes with a sharp cry. I try my best to dispel the feeling of discomfort. He's probably just playing. I boil myself, focus on cool water on my hand as I adjust the nozzle, moving his tension. He'll warm up eventually, but he doesn't warm up. Days go by and I barely see him leave the house. Dark front window, he still pulls, but sometimes, when I'm getting the mail or walking to my car, I catch a glimpse of movement behind them. A shadow change, fabric twitches ever so slightly, subtle, easy to miss if you're not paying attention, but I did notice. I couldn't notice it about a week after he moved, and first time I noticed. He watches me from the window. I'm in the kitchen chopping vegetables for dinner when something makes me look up. He's standing at the front window, eyes looking help. I almost cut my finger taking myself for his heavy presence. I one-handed a hard salute, improving despite the friendliness. The knot in my stomach. He didn't turn around, he didn't move at all, he just continued to simply stare at his face, a blank mask. I turned away, focusing on the carrots in front of me, faced the steady rhythm of my knife resisting the cutting board. When I looked back he was gone, but that was just started early. It seemed like every time I looked out the window or stepped outside he was there watching, sometimes from behind the door, sometimes openly standing at the window. Once I woke up in the middle of the night and saw him in the front yard, only to be cornered. My house quickly retracted time. My heart was pounding so loud I was sure he could find from across the street. I started changing my routine, trying my best so hard to expect I would go to work at different times, bringing more roots home, but somehow he would always be like, no. Whenever I leave or come back he will watch my every move. I have considered talking to him, confronting him about his behavior, but something has stopped me. Maybe it is the coldness in his eyes, or the way his presence seems to suck the warmth out of the air. Regardless, that is all. My instincts have been screaming at me to stay away. As the days have turned into weeks his behavior has become more erratic. I hear strange noises coming from his house at all hours, banging, scratching. Sometimes it sounds like a screeching noise, when before I could have sworn I heard a woman's voice. Difficult, but when I tried to listen more carefully the noises suddenly stopped for sure. I started losing sleep, jumping at noises, constantly checking and rechecking locks. My friends have noticed a change in me, commenting on the bags under my eyes, the way I jump at the suddenness of movements. I brushed off their worries, not knowing how to explain that I was a real thinker doing nothing. Terror. Then at night, everything changed. I stayed up late, couldn't sleep like usual. The house was quiet, the only sound was the soft hum of the refrigerator and the ticking of the clock on the nightstand. I was on the phone unconsciously, trying to travel away from the anxiety that was gnawing at my liver, when I heard the sound of fragrant water coming from downstairs. I froze, breathing lightly again. Maybe there was something. The house was always noisy, right? But then I heard a louder noise this time. Maybe it couldn't be quiet. There was someone in my house. My hands were shaking as I grabbed the phone, ready to call 911, but before I responded, dialing, my bedroom door slowly opened. I breathed out, every muscle in my body tensed.